Welcome. This is a short little video for Back on Track. Back on Track is a workshop and class series, and this is a home practice to help you sustain some of the work that you've done in the workshop or the class. So for this little video, you're going to be needing a yoga strap, a yoga block, and some wall space ideally. Let's begin with a little work on your shoulders. Bring your shoulders forward and bring your shoulders back. Notice how that's feeling as you're doing that particular action. Bring your right shoulder forward, turn your head right, and bring your right shoulder back. Turn your head back to center. So notice your shoulders going forward, your eyes and head are turning right, and ideally you're breathing. Notice the shoulder action, notice the movement of your head and eyes. Now we're going to keep that action going, but we're turning the head the other direction. So as your shoulder goes forward, you're going to turn your head away from that shoulder. Noticing the shoulder going forward, the shoulder going back, and your eyes and head turning away. Let's try that one more round with some breathing. Now, take the other shoulder forward and look the same direction. So it's your left shoulder, you're looking over the left shoulder, and then you bring your head back to center. Your eyes and head are turning with the action of the shoulder going forward and back. Let's try that one more time. Now keep that shoulder going forward, but turn your head away from the shoulder, noticing that action as well. So my shoulder's going forward, my eyes or head are turning away from that shoulder as it's going forward and back. Let's try that one more time, nice and easy with some good breathing. Take both shoulders forward, both shoulders back. Notice how much lighter and freer they may be. Bring your arms out to the side now, and you're gonna take your thumbs back, thinking about squeezing your scapula bones behind you. So a little upper back strengthening, a little neck support built in here, squeezing the scapula bones. Squeeze as you go back. Notice your forearms are rotating. Your shoulders are moving down and back. Try that one more time. Now bring some focus, some awareness to your feet. I'd like you to take your block and place it between your feet and squeeze the block. From there, I want you to think about your shin bones moving inward. So your shins are going to move in. Take your hands to your thighs and gently press them back. Keep the squeeze of that block. Let's take a nice long breath in through the nose, out with your mouth closed. Notice those lower legs working. Your feet are squeezing the block. Notice the light sound of the breath. Squeezing the block, working your legs, aligning your lower legs, your upper legs, and your spine. Moving in and out of Tadasana, mountain posture. And let's try that action one more time. Nice and easy with your breathing. And bring it back. Now I'm going to have you take the block as well as your strap with you to a supine position on your back. We're going to be placing the block between the feet and working that same squeezing action, and palms are going to be up to the ceiling here. Let's lift our hips and tap them up and down. A light action called pelvic tap. This releases some tension that might be in your hips, your lumbar spine, and maybe even your neck and shoulders with the palms up. Let that go. Take a nice arch of your back by pressing your tail. Your chin will glide towards your chest. Round your back. Your chin will glide towards your ceiling now. Take a nice long breath with the arch. Exhale that breath as you round. It's called a spinal wave. So we're using the motion of the tail down to glide the chin forward and the tail up to glide the chin upward. Try that 2 more times with your breathing. Keep that breathing going through all your motions. Your body will be happier. You'll release your stress patterns. And one more time. Now I'm going to have you move the block aside for the time being and bend just your right knee. Touch the side of your right hip and push off your right foot. Feel a sense of springiness and ease in your right hip, and connect your right hip to your right foot, noticing that action as you're doing it. Try that one more time. Relax. Allow your right leg to move out to the right side and back 2 times. Roll your head to the right as that knee goes right, noticing Pause. Let that knee and hip do exactly what they're doing, but now roll your head the opposite direction. So you're going to observe that your eyes and head are going one way, your knee and hip are going the opposite. And let's try that one more time. Release. Allow that knee and hip to move out to the side and back 2 times on its own. Noticing any improvement there. Let's bend the left knee out and do a light stretch for that lateral hip area. You're going to flex your right foot, press your right inner thigh away from you, and take a couple breaths. Noticing your breathing. Let's try that one more time. Nice and easy. Now go ahead and draw that right knee in towards you. Drop your chin. Just circle your foot around. Give your ankles some mobility. Give your back a nice stretch. Give your hips a little bit of balancing out as well. Relax. Let's try that same series with your left knee bent. So first action is push off your left foot. Reach your left knee diagonally away from you. Feel the hip and knee coordinating together. Noticing your breathing. Let's try that one more time. Relax. Let your left knee move out to left side and back 2 times to see where the muscles are at. And then you're going to roll your head to left. And as you're rolling your head left, you're going to look with your eyes left. You're going to observe your knee, hip, eyes, and head are going the same direction with some breathing. Now we're going to shift that out a bit. We're going to let the eyes and head go to the right as the knee goes left. Noticing you can move your eyes and head one way, your knee and hip the opposite. You can keep your breathing going. If you have a little spiky ball, you can put that in the back of your hip as you're doing this action as well. Let that go. Let your knee go out to side and back on its own, noticing any difference. Bend your right knee up. Take your left foot to your right knee. Flex that foot. Left hand to left thigh. Press that thigh away. Let's breathe here. Noticing the stretch in your inner thighs. As you release your inner thighs, you're releasing that deeper muscle, piriformis. All the hips muscles are benefiting. Try that one more time. Now draw your left knee directly towards you. Drop your chin, circling your left ankle. Noticing your foot, ankle, knee, and hip. We're going to move to the wall in a moment, but before we move to the wall, I want to try a nice movement called the wash rag. So your arms are going to be out to a T position, your knees are going to be bent. You're going to roll your right wrist forward and your left wrist back. Then you're going to roll your right wrist back and your left wrist forward. So feel the rotation through your arms now. The next time your right wrist is rolled back, you're going to roll your head to the right and look right. The next time your left wrist is rolled back, you're going to roll your left and look left. So notice your wrist, elbow, shoulder, middle back, and lower neck are all receiving some movement here. Add to breathing with that nice action. The next time your head is rolled to left, drop your knees to the right and push off the inside edge of your left foot. The next time your head is rolled to the right, drop your knees left. Feel a nice sense of ease coming through your whole body now. Rolling the arms, reaching the legs from the hips, and breathing. Whole body rotation here, giving the spine some nice movement work, giving your arms, neck, and shoulders a little bit of relaxation as well. Coming back to center, and I'm going to have you come to the wall, and we're going to be using the wall to enhance the function of our legs, hips, and back. You're going to take your legs up the wall and scoot your feet into the best of your ability. Flex your feet, take your hands to your thigh bones, drop your chin. Reach your heels away from you. Keep reaching through the heels and press your thighs towards the wall. Now you're going to stay here and add some good breathing. Lengthening through the whole back leg area. Reach your heels away. Press your thighs away. Feel the lower back and hips opening here. heels are also reaching. And let's try one more breath. Now let your legs come out to a small V position. Reach your heels and continue to press your thighs. Keep your breathing. Heels reaching, thighs pressing, body breathing. Try one more breath in this position. Now bring your feet together. You're going to relax your hands down now and press the soles of your feet together. Press the heels together. And see if you can emphasize the little toe side of your foot with about 5 to 6 breaths. In this position, you're allowing the hips to open as they can. You don't want to force them. You don't want to force anything in your body. You want to press the feet and feel a connection between your lateral foot and your hips. Over time, the hips will open, the back will lighten, and those tension patterns will dissipate. Let's take 2 more breaths in this position. It's good to have your legs up the wall and to gain some feedback from the wall as well. Now we'll take the legs down, and I'm going to have you grab that block one more time. And with the block, you're going to lift your hips and place your hips directly on the block. Bring your knees up. This is our last movement sequence. And do a little rock to your right, little rock to your left. Noticing your lower back. Keep your breathing as you're doing this action. And then from there, you can do a little circle, very tiny circle. Squeeze your knees if you can. Circling the knees and circling back the other way. And you can finish your practice with a nice inversion. Legs up, heels reach, palms up, and all you need to do is stay here and breathe. I'm going to recommend you stay here for about 10 breaths. So you get parasympathetic tone, you get nice circulatory benefits, your hips and legs will lighten up, and you'll feel refreshed and renewed for the rest of your day. When you've done about 10 breaths, let your legs come down. You may want to take a little shavasana for yourself. Take your block aside. Thank you very much for your participation. Namaste.